Good morning, Dolphins fans and Fins Up and those NFL fans. Guys, once again, thank you for joining in with Sports Night with Jorge. I'm just going to do a recap of last night game, guys. Good defensive game for both teams. I did watch the whole game. I only went live for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I was not going to be live all day, but I just get a little bit of practice. Hope you guys have fun with the game. I could tell you this: Miami defense look good, guys. They look good. Okay, they look very good. Actually, both defense, even Atlanta. Okay, I was upset with a little bit with Skyler and White. White had a terrible night, unfortunately. But let me go ahead and give you the stats from last night. By the way, Phoenix Jr. looked good. You got to give him credit. He really looked good. I was impressed with him. By the way, so uh, let me give you the stats here. You have Phoenix Jr. 9 for 16 for 104 yards. The leading rusher for Atlanta was McCollin, 9 attempts, 30 yards, a 3.3 average. Leading receiver was Blair. Blair was the leading receiver. Then you had the punter, 9 punts for 46.1 average in the game. Two were pinned at the 20-yard line. Like I said, it was a great defensive game. You had Skylar Thompson, 8 for 19 for 95 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Here's White, 4 for 14 with 26 yards. Man, he looks terrible, terrible. One guy I was happy to see that I mentioned earlier on my live stream is the running back Jalen Wright. 10 attempts for 55 yards, a 5.5 average. He was running last night. He had one touchdown, and his longest run was 14 yards. I look at that, guys. I said it earlier. Miami defense, and they're going to be a running team. It's going to take a lot of pressure to Tua Tagovailoa. Let me give you the total. Time of possession, Atlanta had more time, 30.17 to Miami 29.43. This is amazing. Total yards, I'll tell you how close it was. Atlanta had 226, Miami had 265. Now, passing, Atlanta had 145 total in the game, Miami had 121. Now, rushing the ball, they had 81. Now, those 81, if you look at it, on the last two plays of the game, the third string quarterback ran over 21 yards. Miami had 144 yards rushing. Okay, first down, Miami had 13, Atlanta had 10. On third down, Atlanta was 2 for 17, Miami was 5 for 17. On fourth down, Miami was 0 for 2, Atlanta was 2 for 4. Okay, flags, yeah, only 12 flags in the game, 4 for Miami, 8 for Atlanta, 8 for 65 yards, and Miami 4 for 25 yards. Sack, the only sack I saw was from Atlanta. Miami did not sack the quarterback last night. Fumble, let me tell you, if you saw the first quarter of the game, injuries, fumble, muff fumble, drop passes, you saw everything. But of course, I guess the butterflies, when you start the season, it gets to you. So total of punt 9 for Atlanta, 7 for Miami, and that's the stats that I have for the game. Like I said, it was a well defensive game played, both sides of the ball. Uh, Miami quarterback Skyler Thompson, I say he did average. I'm not saying I like Phoenix Jr. I can tell you that, guys. I like the guy. I like the kid. The kid is, you know, the kid looked good. I'll be honest with you. Um, there were some plays there that Miami got blown, but that's okay. They came back and recover in the pass, and like I said, defensive game. I mean, it's what I saw. It's something that I saw that it was going to be, and like I said, Las Vegas had bets on it and picks on it, and that's preseason, guys. I don't get there. I mean, I don't go there. Just to let you know. Now, last night I did saw, and if you guys didn't see it, it's on YouTube. McDaniel was asked a question about the team. Uh, in the second half, actually in the third quarter, we ran out of players. We players that played their position. He has players on the field that did not play their position. We were down to one tight end. I think one offensive lineman. It was pretty it was pretty brutal. Okay. I think it was no. They were down. I think one tight end was Connor, and then the running back. That's all they had, which it was Brooks that played the last game. One thing you notice, Chop Robinson did not play. He was held back from the coaches just for cautions. I mean, nothing major. Just decided to give him a day off. We'll probably see him next week. Our center Bruner, he was asked if how his condition, how his injury. Right now it's week to week. Hopefully he could get back to the field. Guys, we're hurting in the offensive line, just to let you know. And then one guy that really came back was Boner after getting blown. He picked it up, and that's what McDaniel wanted to see. After you getting beat, how will you respond? And this is something that I like about Miami last night. Whatever happened to the Dolphins last night, they responded pretty good. I mean, I'm impressed with the defense. And I've been saying it, guys, this is Weaver's team, Weaver's defense. This is something that we have to look seriously in this team. It's going to be a heck of a defense. Offensive line, for me, it's questionable. But let's see what happens, guys. I don't want to judge. Like I say, I don't judge. I just pick players. Miami have enough players that if they can release, they can make a trade and pick up an offensive lineman. That's going to be a little issue for the Dolphins. But listen, they need to build the offensive line. Okay. Another one, X was say a win. He had no update on say a win. It's just day to day recovery. See how well he goes. Uh, Ken Smith, who got injured at the game, he didn't have that much update on it. Hopefully, tomorrow, Monday, or during the week, you'll get more information about it. Like I said, if you didn't see the game, they had a lot of injuries in the first quarter. I mean, players were going down in the first quarter, second quarter. I mean, I feel bad for the guy for Atlanta who was taken in a cart out the field, carted out of the field. I know the field was wet. I seen a lot of people slipped. Uh, they did ask my Daniel about also, changing the subject about the kickoff return. How did he like it? He said that it's very interesting, very exciting. If you get the person with the right tackle, uh, he could go all the way. And this is what I tell you guys: if you got a speedster up there, that speed, and he's the kickoff returner, one tackle, that's all he needs. I know he said it was intriguing. It was amazing to see the change. And then the other one, if you guys noticed last night, the chip inside the ball. The chip inside the ball will tell you where the ball is spotted. That is amazing, guys. Here you go again, technology. So you have the marker. So I guess once you hit the yellow line, it's considered a first down. That's my understanding. That's what I saw last night. So, Isaac Mack had a good game. He had a fumble. The coach was excited. That's the fumble recovery he had against Atlanta. You know, Miami defense with Weaver, they look very aggressive. I mean, they're playing like, you know what? This is my last game, which it is for these rookies and second stringers and third stringers. You come to play and say, hey man, I might not be here next year. Now, Tyndale, I love what Tyndale did. I mean, after injury, Miami Dolphin got to give this kid a chance, man. This guy's good. This guy is good. Okay, you got to give him a chance. All right. Now there were some key drop passes on both sides of the ball. Uh, like I said, it was a defensive game. Not taken away just because Miami won. If Miami would have lost, I would tell you, I'm looking at players, how they played. I'm looking at how the coaches, how they use them in the actual play. I mean, Atlanta's going to be good. I tell you, I pick Atlanta to win that division. Atlanta's going to be hecking team to face, man. They're going to be very, very, very solid, especially when Kirk Cousins come back and then all the stars come in. I think probably the third week of the season, or probably the second week in the second half. We'll play just one quarter, or maybe a couple of plays, and that's it, just to get a warm up. But let's see, guys. I do have a scoreboard. Um, if those of you are interested of the game that was played yesterday, we had actually this happened final. Yeah, I have four games. Actually, one on the eighth, and then the there were three for the ninth on the ninth, which yesterday. We had New England beat Carolina 17-3. Total yards, New England had 274. Carolina had 151. Detroit and the Giants. Detroit beat the Giants 14-3. Detroit had 228 total yards in the game. Giants only had 250. What I noticed lately, man, that there's a lot of good defense out there. Then we had Houston beating Pittsburgh. Now watch this. This is why I tell you why statistics don't mean anything. And it's only preseason. I understand that. Pittsburgh had a total of 344 yards, and Houston only had 255. And then we had, and here's here's the opposite one too. We had Philadelphia beat Baltimore 16-13 yesterday. Baltimore only had 164 total yards, while Philadelphia had 259. You see, guys, it's about the W. It's not about the statistics. Who makes the big plays? Who gets the big hit? Who gets the big interception? Who gets the big fumble? And who drives you down the field for the winning drive? That's how it is, guys. But anyhow, that's all I got, guys. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you for those who joined in the chat. And I think I had nobody, but that's okay. I did see somebody go in and out. I was only there for an hour and a half. The video's out there. I have fun myself. I watched the whole game last night. That's my point of view. Maybe you have a different point of view. But once again, man, I catch you guys later this afternoon. We'll talk about baseball this afternoon. The race is getting tighter. It's getting good out there. Players that the Orioles picked and players that were traded for to other teams, they're looking good. To be honest with you, they're looking great. So, anyhow, once again, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys this afternoon. And I say, man, just keep encouraged, stay positive, have a blessed day. Thank you.